Hi guys, and what? No, it has been done before. Gentlemen, welcome to the shop. Also no. Well, hello everybody. That's kind of boring. Yeah, I really don't know how to start my YouTube channel right now, so I'll just say hi and welcome. I have decided to start my own YouTube channel since everybody liked my forum piece so much about my Polo. One guy even says it was better than Cabaret. So, well, let's see if my YouTube channel can top to that. Oh my god, look at the lag. It's so fucking awful. Oh no. Well, here I am, going on and on. Today we will be working at my Polo. More or less, we will be painting the inside of the wheel covers to protect it. But what can you expect from this YouTube channel? Well, I'm a 30-year-old dude who likes to tinker around with cars and motorcycles and mopeds and basically anything. If I can fix it, I'll try. And sometimes it ends up in the bin and sometimes it works. The goal of the YouTube channel is to get somebody to learn something and to enjoy it, of course. Yeah, well, we'll just see where this ride takes us. This is my first YouTube channel. It can obviously sound very rusty, but we'll see. So we have a little walk around the Polo. You have seen that the lack, or the paint, I'm sorry, is terrible. But I really love this car. Just had it over a month now. It's a 1.05 liters. That is, I don't know how much cubic inches. It's from 1982, has many previous owners and has even more kilometers on it. But damn, do I love the simplicity of it. So I'll do a quick walk around in my shed. You see a small moped on the right, my old BMW motorcycle, which I also love. It's a real mile eater or kilometer freighter. Also has a lot of miles on it, or kilometers, but it drives really well. This is my project in going. Now Honda CB400 two-cylinder four-stroke motorcycle from I think 83 or maybe 84, which will obviously be shown in the future. But also work on wood. I really like to do anything as long as working with my hands. This is a French front door we picked up in a holiday in France. And I'll be restoring that also. So this is a quick walk around, just showing you what my tools have and what my setup is. For now, we are planning on rebuilding the shed entirely because the wall you just seen is the side to the other shed. That brown wall on the other side. And that leads to this part, where is my best toy at the moment. It's my Fronius Magic Wave 2000 Fuzzy TIG AC DC welding machine. And man, is that a cool toy. Unfortunately, as you can see, the welding table is a bit cluttered. And lately I haven't been welding so much since we're prepping for the renovation. I also have two drilling machines. Unfortunately, they are three-phase, and at the moment I don't have any three-phase laying around. But that will also be installed with the renovation. Little side note, thank you G. I bought this machine from him. Very thankful still. So, as you can see, I've collected quite a lot of tools in the past few years. And, oh, my old compressor. I love that thing. Yeah, it's been working out great for me. But today we're going to be talking about the car and how to preserve a little bit of the car. We'll be painting the inner wheel arches with bitumen. I don't know what it, I think you call it BTAC in English. Undercoating. Let's just call it undercoating. So the wheels already have been removed. A buddy of mine is replacing the tires since they were awesome Michelins, but they were 9 years old. So, and they were really wobbly on the motorway. So let's have a look at what we have. Doesn't seem too bad so far. We have some old undercoating coming loose and cobwebs, obviously. But first impression is always good. Or this first impression is good. We will have to watch what happens when we remove the inner wheel arch. But step one is cleaning, or maybe removing a sticker and placing it back. Nobody saw that. Perfect. So we'll start with cleaning. Just some soapy water, and I say use a garden hose, but I don't have access to one this far from my home, so I'll be using this. Soapy water, we have Dasty, but any kind of soap works. This YouTube thing is not too hard. And look at it. Looking all good. Perfect. Oh gosh, darn it. So, rinse it. See all the black and grimy water coming out of it? Yeah, no paint will stick to that with any good doubt and reason. Next up, demounting the inner wheel arches. In this case I need a socket of 8, and hopefully they're not too tight, because sometimes they're rusted shut and I can see what kind of rust is behind it. But apparently it's all going well. They aren't rusted, thank God. Get all those hidden bolts. And afterwards, remove it. This is how it looks. I am impressed actually, because there is no rust whatsoever. Even in this spot where all the wet dirt, leaves, dead rats, feathers, everything that stays wet accumulates. But there's just no rust. Really zero. Man. This is the other side with some light. You can see somewhat better. Original bitumen or undercoating is still on it. It's just amazing. For a car from '82 without any rust, it's really, really great. Next up, grab something plastic
two rust spots
and
maybe.
grab all your grime out of here. Don't do anything steel. And next up is a brass brush. You want to use a brass brush because steel is going to deposit some steel parts on your inner wheel arch or any steel you brush, and then it's going to make rust underneath the coating you apply, which is bad, okay? Sorry for the neck pains over here. I just wanted to show you how I brush it, but I can't rotate the video. Next up, grab your undercoating. I love this stuff, the Motip one. It's really thick. You can easily apply it with a brush. And just brush away. Make sure it's dusted and cleaned again after you brush or after you make it rust free. And then just go layer over layer. It doesn't matter if you spill or thick or thin. I like thick layers. You see me here going over the screw hole for the inner wheel arch cover. Doesn't really matter, this stuff stays pretty soft. I'll show you how to solve that. So this is the next day. It's all been dried and it's all really looking good. I did miss some spots, I see, but that's okay. Sometimes you just don't see anymore what you're doing. So dry, perfect. Yay! See, missed a spot, and on the right hand side you also see some spots that I missed. It's okay, we're gonna do the inner side of the wheel arch as well, of the wing I must say, because the inner side of the wing is very hard to reach with a brush. So I'll show you the trick how I do it. Grab myself a plastic glove. Ta-da! I just dip it in. Doesn't work as well as a brush, I might add, but it does work well enough for these kind of spots, since I don't really care about the paint on the outside. I'm not really careful right here. And then we're gonna clean the arches, or I don't know what you call these, inserts? Yeah, plastic thingamajiggs. We'll just call them plastic thingamajiggs. I just use soapy water and some Dasty, like I said before. Dasty is awesome stuff. Really makes your brush clean while you're cleaning your stuff. It's really amazing. So just clean them, rinse them, just with some water again. And then let them dry, or in my case help them a little bit, because I wanted to continue. And dry them off and let's go. They're all dry now. Just showing you some parts that I can't get clean, but don't really care since they're inner wheel arches. This stuff was really stuck on there and I couldn't get it off, so just leave it. There's the hole I painted over, and now I'll show you how to fix it. Just grab the screw and turn it in a few turns, just to make sure it's aligned properly. And this is always a difficult part. I made a mistake earlier. Make sure you have the left hand side on the left hand side and the right hand side on the right hand side. Makes your life much easier. You see, it's not too easy. So, done. No damages. Oh, damn it. Remember the glove trick from earlier? Let's do that again with the screws or bolts. We're going to apply a thin layer. That's why I use the glove in this case and not the brush. The brush leaves a too thick layer, you can't get your socket over later. Perfect. So it's wheel mounting time, but since my brake disc is a little bit dirty, it's rusted, the mounting surface ain't flat, I'm gonna use some sandpaper to fix both mounting surfaces. Final touch on the wheels to use a little bit of cork or shaving block just to make sure it's perpendicular. And while we're at it, let's clean the inside since it's so hard to reach. Again, using my favorite product, Dasty, and just rinse and repeat. Dry off the inner side of the wheel and also your brake disc. You don't want that shit going rusting again. Then I use some, in this case it's thread based, but just basically use a little bit of anti-seize. I put it on the wheel, you can also put it on the brake disc, doesn't really matter. Just use one side, you apply a thin layer of anti-seize. Mounting is really straightforward. Put it on. You put your wheel nugs in. 1 and 2 and 3. And here I forgot to show you something, that I kind of tightened the lug nuts before I lower it. My video got corrupted and I couldn't show you. Also, torque them down to the correct spec. This differs per vehicle. In my case it was about 90 Newton meters, I might add. Final touches. Air. Make sure it's pressurized. And don't forget to add your cap. Well, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out. This is my first video, as you can hear, obviously, and as you can see. But I'm gonna do a lot of other stuff, and I really want to film it and show it to you guys. So leave some feedback. Next up is probably gonna be a bit of renovation. This is my home, and I'm gonna start renovating this part of the house. The left door is gonna go. Fuck that door, and fuck this toilet, and fuck that wall. Because that wall's between me and my shed, and now I have to walk miles to get a screwdriver if I need one over here in this shed. So I think I'll show you that. I'll leave it at this. See ya.